never know what tomorrow brings in this crazy life. Hey, this life, this life, this life.
What's going on, guys? It's Barba223. We are back with another video. And today, what are we going to be talking about? So, basically, it's not going to really be about something in particular in ESO. It's more just going to be along the lines of what are my opinions on the No-Proc test so far. So, no class information or anything like that. It's going to be about the game as a whole and how successful, in my eyes, the No-Proc test has been. So, yeah, as always, I really appreciate all the love you're giving me, guys. This is crazy. My last video was my best one ever. It got 100 comments, 100 likes in like 4 days. That is amazing for me. I'm so happy about it. You guys are running me up, and I appreciate that. And before we get started, just make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content, or leave your feedback in the comments below. And yeah, I'm really loving the debates. So without any further ado, let's just get into it. So basically, what I'm going to be getting at today, it's not going to be super long. It's going to be just me giving simple and short and straight to the point. Basically, I think the No-Proc test has been a success and a failure at the same time so far. Obviously, this can change. It's new. It just started, and a lot of time left. Now, the reason I say it is a success is because obviously they have given us an opportunity to play the game with no procs. That is a clear-cut positive effect of the No-Proc test, right? Most of us, not all of us, of course, and that's fine, are happy about the No-Proc test because they like using procs. But in reality, we know that most of the player base enjoys No-Proc PvP. It has rejuvenated a lot of the PvP experience. Now, the issue I have with this is where it really gets frustrating for me, and I'm sure a lot of you guys too, right? So there's a lot of things at play here, and the biggest one being the reason they did the No-Proc test in the first place is because performance. Now, they think that with the overload of players in Cyrodiil and having a bunch of sets on people that have to have the server check to make sure this effect is going, makes the server overloaded, and essentially in turn makes PvP perform poorly in high populated areas. Now, obviously this is true, this has happened in the past, but the issue I have with this is that in the short initial test that they had before they extended it, nothing really changed in my opinion. The game still ran like crap in large populated spaces, and in Cyrodiil this showed more than anything. Honestly, like it's just in Cyrodiil, like even without procs, the game runs like absolute garbage. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Like it's not even like runs bad; it just lags. You press a skill, it takes 5 seconds to work. Like I've experienced it firsthand. I'm sure you guys have too. Like it's just frustrating, right? And it happens across all platforms: PC, PlayStation, Xbox. Like that's really the issue for me, because here's the thing, right? So they had the first initial no-proc test, and I loved it. Of course, we all did. It was exciting. It was fun, and we kind of ignored the performance issues, which is fine because it was new and it was exciting. Now, like what ZOS did, and it kind of frustrated me, is with the extension of the no-proc test. While I did enjoy that, and I'm still happy about it, because I think the game's more fun with no procs, it's getting to the point where we have to notice that performance isn't changing for me. I don't think it's changed enough. I don't think the absence of procs is making the game change at all in terms of performance, and that kind of leads into my next point. Kind of what I'm going to say is procs, like without procs in the game, you realize how little sets there are, right? Like, there's really not that many choices. It's just how it is. We have so many different sets that have to check the server, quote-unquote check the server, if you know what I mean, that qualify as a proc. And that can get really annoying, because not only is there not a lot of choices, because most sets are technically procs, but it eliminates sets that, in my eyes, shouldn't be considered procs. Now, I get the point of a quote-unquote proc is to help performance. That's why they got rid of it. But if it's not helping performance, then they need to relook at what sets are considered procs. So my solution, in my own personal opinion, is they need to, in reality, acknowledge that their performance is not good, and honestly, who knows if it'll get better. Now, The reason I say this is because most of us want Cyrodiil to perform well. Cyrodiil is the main thing people play. But because it performs so bad most times, if you play PvP and Cyrodiil on a weekend, have fun because it is so laggy. There's too many people. You can't tell what's going on. It's literally so laggy. And with enough people as it is, you're going to get melted because your skills don't work. Everything lags. You get hit with a skill and then 5 seconds later you drop dead. It's just frustrating, right? We all know the pain of dying 5 seconds after getting hit with snipe or crystal frags or something. It's just laggy. So basically what I'm saying is, if performance is doomed and performance really isn't going to get better, why not just reevaluate what sets can be in the game and what can't? Why not have a test that has the sets that are fun, like Eternal Vigor, like things that give Major Expedition, things that give minor buffs, things that give any percentages, and keep them in, and just keep out the ones that are trash, like Hunter's Venom, Unleashed, things like that, because if we have sets in the game that don't do damage for you, but obviously help our sustain and stuff, people are going to enjoy the game more, and they will ignore the crappy performance. And that's kind of what I'm getting at in this video, is that I haven't seen a difference in performance regardless, so why not just let us use the sets we want to use? Most of us don't want the cancer procs in the game, so why not bring out the procs that have a positive effect on the game? And that's my opinion. I know they're not going to do this. This is just me venting about my own opinion about the test. Now, the next thing I get into is BGs in Imperial City. Now, here's the thing. BGs in Imperial City, with obviously, as we know, they're not in the No-Proc test. So, what does that mean? Well, clearly they wanted to have a No-Proc test on a larger scale with Cyrodiil to see if a performance is affected at a greater amount. But let's be honest, guys. BGs in Imperial City, in my own personal opinion, makes the game flourish because it like shows what ESO should be. Because let's be honest, guys, in a large scale, and when I say large scale, I'm talking like 200 versus 200 because that is what happens. It becomes so jumbled, right? And you can't really make an impact. Obviously, you can. Like, everyone makes a little bit of an impact, but at the same time, like, it's Zerging against Zerging. So, like, it's really just who has more people is probably going to win. Unless you're playing with a group of gods, which happens, obviously. But, like, there's not going to be many opportunities to have a fun, small-scale 1v1 fight with no procs. Because in Cyrodiil, there's so many people. And in no CP, it's the opposite. There's no people. So, what is the balance here? Now, that's why I think there should be no procs already in BGs in Imperial City. Because people want to play with no procs, but why not allow us to have the small-scale fights that a lot of people really enjoy doing? Because that's the way you get better at ESO, is going into places that are smaller scale and getting a 1v1, a 1v3, a 2v2, you know, things like that. And that's kind of where I'm bothered by the no-proc test, is because I think like they should already have it implemented in BGs in Imperial City. Obviously, Cyrodiil is the main testing ground because that's where most people play. And Cyrodiil is fun, but it's either overpopulated where you can't do anything because it's just so many people and it's laggy, or it's the opposite where there's no people, you have to run for 10 minutes to find a fight. Like, the no-proc test is great, it's awesome, I'm so happy about it, but why do we have to do it in a running simulator setting at times? Sometimes people just want to play the game and fight, and that's why I think it should be in BGs already. Now, I understand that Gina Bruno already said that they're planning on implementing it in Imperial City and BGs at some point, but it's going to be too little too late in my opinion, because procs are still running rampant in those. Obviously, in BGs and IC, you can still compete without procs because of the new update. Healing is better, stats are better, and I'm happy about that. But at the same time, I feel like if you bring a proc test into Cyrodiil to test performance, why not bring it into all things to test performance? Because you could also get the same result in seeing if performance is better in smaller scale. Because the game still lags at times in BGs and IC, so give us an opportunity to test that for them too, you know? And that's kind of what I'm getting at. I just think that the BG and IC setting, they kind of get no love, and I play everything. Like, I play Cyrodiil as well, but at the same time, like, playing in Cyrodiil can be either very frustrating, or just like very boring. if you don't have teammates, like if you're a solo player, you can 1vx, that's cool, but not everyone is a 1vxer. And let's be honest, especially in the No-Proc test, a lot of people in like Cyrodiil are in legitimately cooperative, organized groups. So like, I just think they should give us an opportunity to play at a smaller scale. Now, I know this is never gonna happen, but like my ultimate dream for ESO is to have Cyrodiil, but in a smaller scale. Because let's say like they have one Cyrodiil server for CP, they have one Cyrodiil server for no CP right now. Now imagine a world where they have a thing where you can queue into Cyrodiil as a solo, and they have a solo queue Cyrodiil. If you want to play solo, you go in there. If you want to play in a duo or 2+, you queue into a different instance of Cyrodiil. How much fun would that be? I think that would be awesome, and they make the map smaller with less castles and stuff. I think that would be really cool. That's such a cool concept to me, is that if you want to have a solo Cyrodiil queue and then you can have a group queue, that would be cool in my opinion. Now, I know they're never going to do this because that takes way too much effort and work, and a lot of people are probably going to disagree, and I understand. Like, most people like Cyrodiil the most, and I'm one of those YouTubers or content creators that I enjoy BGs, Imperial City, and small scale Cyrodiil, because that's just where I think ESO shines. I think that's where ESO PvP shows its functions and its mechanics the most. So, because I don't really think my mechanics on a Stamina Templar is going to be showcased very much in a 1v or 100v100 setting, right? I mean, it's fun, like, it's cool and exciting, but a lot of it is you don't have much of an impact. You're kind of just there for the fun, right? And I want to kill people, so that's kind of the main reason I don't play Cyrodiil that much. And I guess if you think that makes me bad at the game, I understand. I don't know. I just think like it's more fun to play in a little small group. So, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on like the No-Proc test so far. Obviously the positives again being No-Procs. That's it. But that also has a negative side, because some things that are like the No-Procs aren't really helping performance. So you might as well just include some of the procs that in my eyes and many of our eyes aren't actually procs, right? So like, it's kind of what I'm getting at here, is like, the No-Proc is for performance. Performance really hasn't changed much. So in turn, why not just bring back some of the sets we want? You know what I mean? It's kind of like a no-win situation, because now there's not that many choices. Although I don't really care about that, that's fine. I just wish that they would like acknowledge that performance isn't really great, and they seem kind of clueless as to how to fix it. So like, what are they going to do? That's kind of what I'm saying here, guys. I just wanted to throw that out there. I wanted to throw some things out there, my thoughts, my opinion, kind of what I think's going on in ESO. And honestly, guys, like, give me your personal opinion on what you think is the No-Proc test is, so far, I'm sorry, and how performance has been affected for yourself personally, because myself, I haven't seen performance being better. And especially in the game modes I play, it doesn't matter that much. Personally, I just want to see No-Procs in all PvP settings rather than just one, giving us an idea of how BGs and Imperial City will perform in a No-Proc setting. Honestly, guys, I don't know when the update's going to come. It could be not till the fall when the No-Proc test is almost over. Who knows? But when that time does come, I will be happy about it. And honestly, like, I'm enjoying the game as it is now. Even with procs in the other areas besides Cyrodiil, it's okay. I'm having fun regardless. But yeah, in Cyrodiil, I like to play no CP, and as you guys know, Cyrodiil no CP is kind of a ghost town, so it's not really that fun. It can be fun when you get people on, and maybe on a weekend, a Friday or Saturday, but other than that, it's kind of tough. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. That's really all I have today. I just wanted to reach out and tell you guys my opinion on the No-Proc test so far, and also, I want to update you. Like, I've been practicing on a Stamina Templar, and I'm going to be bringing gameplay out. Not even gameplay, a build video out soon. I don't want to bring it out too prematurely before I have it like how I want it. It's one of those builds for me that is very adaptable. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys when I get there how much you can change in the build and what flex spots there are, because I think Templar is very versatile, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have today, guys. Let me know what you think down below about the No-Proc test. I just wanted to ask your guys' opinions and give my own opinion. Yeah. So have a good one, guys, and as always, I really appreciate all the love you're giving me. And again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Have a good one, guys, and I'll be uploading again soon. Sorry, I've been kind of lacking lately. I haven't been updating every day or every other day, only because like I've been really busy in real life. I play 2 sports in college, so I just kind of been busy with that, and obviously academics. So I apologize for that, but I'll be back on track soon. Summer's coming soon, so when when school's over and all that settles down, I'll be back on the grind, hopefully every day. And I'm gonna start streaming soon too, so make sure you check that out. And I appreciate it, guys. So have a good one, and yeah, let me know what you think down below. Thanks.